All right. I think I am with you finally. Well, glad to be here finally as all my settings changed and I apparently missed a step at the start of the game. Here is where we are. It is 3-0 Southern Maryland and a very quick spurt in the bottom of the third inning. A double by Michael Baca with 2 outs, dropped down the right field line as he went the other way. Then Dario Pisano slapped the ground ball through the hole at shortstop, going the other way to drive in the first run. David Harris followed with a 2-run blast over the fence, over the clubhouse, in fact, in left field. And that made it 3-0. Other than that, Tommy Shirley has been stellar, and Mike Devine has been just that. He's been divine for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. He has allowed a walk and a single at the outset of the game, and since that, just one more walk. He has retired 8 batters in succession. The Barnstormers are down 3-0 as we enter play in the top half of the fifth inning. Aliman batting with Anderson De La Rosa and Clea Luis Rondon scheduled to follow. We got the camera angle back too. While I thought I was on the air, there's a swing and a miss by Aliman. So that is strikeout number 6 for the right-hander Mike Devine. Anderson De La Rosa will come to the plate. I also knocked the camera out of the window to get the correct angle on the field, and it's still not perfect as I see, but to get the correct angle on the field, I have to have this thing in what we would say is a rather unstable position, and the slightest little touch can send it tumbling. First pitch is there for a strike on De La Rosa. It is 0-1 on Anderson. He flied to right field back in the second inning. Barnstormers and Southern Maryland opening up a 3-game series, swinging a foul tip. It's 0-2. Second 7-inning game will follow here tonight, and then we'll play a full 9 innings tomorrow at 2:05 in the afternoon. Wrapping up this 3-game set, the Barnstormers will go to York beginning on Tuesday. De La Rosa with a swing and a miss. And that is 7 strikeouts now for Devine. The Barnstormers, second in the league in batting, coming into play here tonight and averaging nearly 7 runs a game, but totally bamboozled thus far by Devine. They got off to a great start. Alejandro De Aza walked, Gindel singled. Galen had a 2-0 count, and all of a sudden, everything froze offensively. And there's been only a single to Blake Alimond with 1 out in the second inning since that time. 2 outs. Here is Clea Luis Rondon. He tries to drop a bunt down, offers at it, and misses. It is no balls and a strike. Devine has been entirely dominant the entire time. I'm glad the camera actually still works, folks, because it really went flying. All I did was try to look at the Barnstormers bullpen to see if anybody was throwing, because I had been told that Tommy Shirley might not go beyond 3 innings tonight, and bumped up against the camera. And believe me, its position is very unstable. Here is the delivery to Rendon. He takes outside. 4 of the last 5 Barnstormers hitters have gone down on strikes. Nobody has really hit the ball hard the entire game. The Gindel base hit wasn't really scalded up the middle. And to Rendon, he pulls it foul down the right side, now to play. Well, the Barnstormers are down 3-0. Southern Maryland on a 4-game losing streak coming into tonight. The Barnstormers have dropped their last 3. It has been tough sledding for both of these ball clubs. Lancaster 6-7 and Southern Maryland 3-9. Starting play tonight, low to Rendon from Devine. He has been absolutely magnificent since the first 2 batters of the game. And we'll say first 2.5 batters of the game. Rendon awaits. Here is the pitch, and that is strike 3 called. Rendon goes down looking. 8 strikeouts now for Devine. 5 of the last 6. Nothing doing for the Barnstormers. And through 4 1/2 innings here tonight, it is Southern Maryland with the lead at 3-0.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Yoel Espinal takes over on the hill as we get to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Jordan Scott, Jake Luce, and Michael Baca, the scheduled hitters for Southern Maryland. Tommy Shirley worked 4 innings. He gave up 3 hits all in a row and 3 runs. He walked 3, struck out 5. The batter is Scott in from the left side of the plate, and he takes ball 1 outside. It is 1-0. Yoel Espinal comes back and misses. We go to 2-0. Next delivery, missing again. 3 balls and no strikes. Espinal, a guy who has had incredible difficulty getting the ball in the strike zone. The next pitch almost hits him. And, in fact, that is ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Espinal in his 8th appearance, 8 innings. He's given up 6 hits but 14 walks. He has hit 7 batters, and he has struck out 2. So the leadoff man is on here in the Bottom half of the fifth inning, Jake Luce, the left fielder, will step in. He is 0 for 2. As you can see, the shadows are almost to the pitcher's mound. Once the shadows get past the mound, it'll become a little bit easier to hit, but that could be a little too late for the Barnstormers in this one. Outside for a ball on Luce, it is 1-0. And Espinal continues to struggle getting the ball in the strike zone. Southern Maryland with the 3 spot in the third inning. There is a bunt attempt. It is popped up foul and landing untouched down the third baseline. Scott with the base on balls to start the inning. 2-1. Now the count on Luce. Michael Baca waits on deck. Blake Galen holds the runner, Scott, at first base. Anderson De La Rosa cut down Zach Collier trying to steal in the fourth inning after he had drawn a 1-out walk. There goes this runner. The pitch is offered at and missed, and nobody covered second base. It'll just be a steal because DeAsa was wisely there to back up. De La Rosa made a strong throw. I think there would have been a chance, but nobody got over to cover, and I think that was, with a left-handed batter up, probably Rondon's job. You would think so. And now a runner is moved into scoring position, and that, I guess, what you would call in tennis an unforced error on the part of the Barnstormers. Now, technically not an error because no extra base was gained, but definitely a blunder the way it looks. And Luce is up there. He offered and missed at that last one. Sunny skies again overhead here at Regency Furniture Stadium. Hopper back to the hill. Espinal stares the runner back to second, flips to first, and Luce bounces into an unproductive out. He cannot move the runner ahead. Scott still at second now with one away, and Michael Baca will come to the plate. Baca got the spree of hits started in the third inning with a double down the right field line. Gindel couldn't get there. All the way, Baca looked at going for 2. He scored on the Pisano base hit. Harris slugged the long homer to left. Tommy Shirley was strong other than that short stretch, but that stretch could very well be costly in this game. Scott, the runner at second, now with 1 out as Baca stands in. Yoel Espinal to the plate and gets Baca fooled. Swing and a miss. It is no balls and 1 strike. Barnstormers are going to play the second game of this doubleheader, half an hour or so after the first one. Another 7-inning contest, wrapping up the series tomorrow afternoon. Young Augie Silk will get the start in the second game tonight. Here's the pitch, popped up on the right side into foul territory, and nobody has a play on it. Baca remains in there. Espinal ahead in the count. The Barnstormers then are off again on Monday and will head to York for a 3-game series beginning on Tuesday. York came in here during the week and took no prisoners. Long Island currently leading the Northern Division. These two clubs have been skidding in the standings. The Barnstormers were able to hold down first for a while, but now trailing the Ducks by 2. Scott leads off second, and Espinal steps off and bluffs the runner back. Lancaster has had 1 addition to the roster. That is an infielder, really a utility player, by the name of Nick Schumpert, the son of longtime Major Leaguer Terry Schumpert. Fouled away as Baca sticks around against Espinal. Lancaster will have the top of the order up in the 6th inning. Robinson still in left. DeAza still in center. Gindel still in right. So it is Clark out of the ball game for Lancaster. Baca starts to turn. He almost made contact with that. It's a ball high and inside, and he clearly didn't go around. A contact nearly was made. One ball, two strikes to Baca. Dario Pisano, the first baseman, is due next. Espinal, the right-hander, comes to the set, glances around, and there was a pickoff throw, but again, nobody right at the bag to take the throw. 3-run third inning for Southern Maryland, and right now that looms large. We got the first 3 innings in under an hour. We were scoreless at the end of an inning for the first time since June 1. And a strike 3 call. Baca goes down looking. There was a momentary delay on it, but the Barnstormers staff records strikeout number 6 of the night. Now Dario Pisano, who has not been retired, will step in. Love to see the Barnstormers be able to put together some offense late in this game. A bank of clouds emerged. The field is completely in shadow now, and that might help Lancaster's cause these last 2 innings. They've got to figure out Devine as well. He has just been absolutely sensational. Here's the pitch, and a strike is taken by Pisano. It is 0-1. A look back at the runner, and it is down and in. Pisano bats at 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-0 our score here in the 5th inning. Here's the motion. Next offering. Pisano fights it back, fouls it into the screen. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes now. A chance for Espinal to throw a scoreless inning. Keep the Barnstormers hanging around in this game. Lancaster team capable of scoring runs in bunches. Of course, this field plays the opposite of one that would be to the Barnstormers' advantage because of all the lefty hitters in the batting order. Outside and low, that gets past De La Rosa and moves Scott to third. Not a great difference in the ball game right there, but the runner is still 90 feet closer. 2-2. The count on Dario Pisano with the runner now at third base. You can't afford to give this one up. And Pisano now is going to be put on. And David Harris will come to the plate against Espinal. Harris with the big blow, the 2-run shot back in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. He'd only been hitting 125, speaking of Harris, coming into the contest. He hit a rocket on, I believe it was the first pitch he faced in that 3rd inning against Tommy Shirley. Again, Lancaster gave up 18 home runs on the homestand. So what does Harris try to do? He tries to bunt the runner home and surprise everybody. Doesn't work. No balls and 1 strike. Espinal officially now has walked 2. He has struck out 1. And if you're looking at the pace of a game, well, we're again on the wrong side of 3 hours for a 9-inning contest. But we're right about there. This one has gone along a lot more quickly than most. Upstairs to Harris for a 1 ball and 1 strike count. Tommy Shirley getting the Barnstormers through 4 innings tonight. Ross Peoples trying to get it all sorted out and align his pitching staff the way he wants. There's a big swing and a miss. Harris trying to match his last success against the right-hander Espinal. Hard thrower, not necessarily as accurate as you would like, with all those walks piling up early in the year. David Harris at 1-2. The pitch, a breaking ball, and that dissects the zone. Strike 3 called. Espinal fans his second, both of them looking, and it's no runs in the inning on no hits with no errors. There were 2 stranded by Southern Maryland. Now it's up to the Barnstormers offense to get something done. At the end of 5 at Regency Furniture Stadium, Southern Maryland 3 and the Barnstormers nothing.
Did you know that the 2021 Lancaster Barnstormers Club has 2 players headed to the Summer Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan? That's right, our own Blake Galen and Jared Lakeland are on their way to the Olympics as members of Team Israel. To help celebrate our 2 Olympians, Clipper Magazine Stadium will play host as Team Israel will take on the Susquehanna Valley Stars at noon on Saturday, July 17th as part of their training camp before heading to the Tokyo Games. For ticket information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com's events link.
There are those who say,
leave well enough alone.
If it isn't broken, don't fix it.
You don't mess with success.
while others have something quite different to say. The Lexus RX, with dynamic handling and available 12.3-inch touchscreen. It's the best-selling luxury crossover of all time. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Top of the order, Alejandro De Aza steps in for the Lancaster Barnstormers as we hit the top of the sixth inning. Mike Devine has been almost perfect since the first two batters of the game. He is up to De Aza for a ball. It is 1-0. He's thrown 77 pitches here over his 5 innings of work. Of those 77, 51 have been strikes. Here is the delivery. De Aza with a swing, and he elevates it. Hit pretty well to right center, but this is easily playable for Zach Collier. De Aza is retired, and now for Devine, that is 12 in a row that have been set down. One away, Caleb Gindel will be the hitter. Gindel has singled up the middle, the Barnstormers' lone hit in 5 1/3 innings, and Caleb also has popped out to second base. Far higher strike percentage tonight than what we saw on the homestand. Everybody's trying to sort that out, too. Getting a line drive. He's got a base hit to right field. The second baseman, Baca, thought about leaping for it. He really had no chance. Caleb Gindel is on for the Barnstormers with 1 out here in the 6th inning, breaking up the string of outs. He's the only guy who's had any success whatsoever against Devine so far tonight. Blake Galen will be the hitter. Galen is struck out looking, and he has fly to center. Devine has walked 2. He has struck out 8, and now has allowed 2 base hits over his 5 1/3 innings of work. The Barnstormers hoping for an explosion similar to the one put together by Southern Maryland in the 3rd. Galen spins a foul backwards. It is no balls and 1 strike. Game 2 coming up. The Barnstormers with Augie Silk against Brandon Barker. And tomorrow at 2:05, the start will go to Andro Chitora. They'll be matched up against Austin Glorious. 0-1 to Galen. Taken for a ball. That was low. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Gindel is not a terrible steal threat, especially down by 3 with 5 outs left. The Barnstormers are going to try and stack base runners here. Trayvon Robinson waits on deck. The pitch to Blake is a strike on the inside corner. We are squared up at 1-1. Robinson has struck out both times against Devine. Ladarius Clark struck out both times as well, and he is out of the game now. With the Barnstormers having gone to the bullpen, they might as well use Espinal. He swung the bat very well. Next offering to Galen. He goes down the left field line, giving chase is loose, and he will be able to slide and make the catch. Gindel retreats to first after playing halfway. That is surprising to me that ball didn't get down, slicing away from the left fielder Luce. Normally, teams play Galen to pull, and for Luce to be able to get there is almost shocking. He really didn't have that far to go. Hit pretty well by Galen. When that came off the bat, I was looking at perhaps a double into the left field corner, and Jake Luce was right there. Now here is Trayvon Robinson, a strikeout victim, his 2 trips. The Barnstormers need to rekindle something here in the 6th inning. The pitch to Robinson is outside for a ball. It is 1-0. Normally, when Blake Galen hits a ball like that, it is going to be in for a hit. The left fielders are generally toward left center against him, but that wasn't the case at all with Luce. Here is the ball 1 pitch. Robinson fouls it back. The count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Lancaster only with the 2 Gindel base hits. Now, coming into this ball game tonight, the season low for Lancaster was 5. The season low in runs 2. The Barnstormers can generate nothing here. Throw to first. Back in is Gindel. Only 1 runner has gotten as far as second base. That was Deasa at the outset of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike to Robinson. And the Suns trying to peek back out again. Gindel out to the lead. The pitch to Robinson is wide of the dish. And ball 2. It is 2-1. Melvin Mercedes, the second baseman, due next. Lancaster looking for a 2-out base hit of some sort for Trayvon Robinson, or at least a walk here, and see what Mercedes can do. His hitting streak is on the line. Robinson swings and misses. Cut over the top as that ball bent down and in on him. It is now 2-2 to the Lancaster left fielder. The Barnstormers trailing 3-0 in the top of the 6th inning from Regency Furniture Stadium in Charles County, Maryland. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Robinson, the motion and the pitch. He stays with it and fouls it away. Matt Latos is the closer for Southern Maryland, and an outstanding one. They have not been able to get games to him, just as the Barnstormers have had trouble getting games to Scott Schumann. But we could see Latos in the 7th inning, especially if Devine shows any signs of cracking here. To Robinson, a swing and a miss. He's gone on strikes for the 3rd time. That is 9 for Mike Devine. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. We are headed to the bottom half of the 6th inning in Game 1 here tonight with the score, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 3 and the Lancaster Barnstormers nothing.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Yoel Espinal facing Josh McAdams to start off the lower half of the sixth inning. It is a ball upstairs, 1-0. There are a lot of factors that come into play with that percentage of balls called. Line drive out the left field, racing over Robinson. He dives, and he makes the catch. What a great play by Trayvon Robinson, taking a base hit away from Josh McAdams to start off here in the sixth inning. And you've got to tip your hat to Trayvon for making that play. A splendid diving catch out in left field after striking out for the third time tonight. He's not taking his at-bats out into the field with him. He makes a great play. Now with one out, Joe DeLuca, the catcher, will come to the plate. DeLuca has gone down looking, and he has bunted into an out, a 2-3 conversion on a decent defensive play by Anderson De La Rosa. Here is the pitch from Espinal. That's fired past the outside corner for ball one, and action does start in the Southern Maryland bullpen, and I would have to anticipate that that is Latos. Ground ball on the right side, taken by Galen. He will find Espinal. They convert the out 3-1. Two men retired on a very short number of pitches, only 4 here in the sixth inning. Zach Collier, who has drawn a pair of walks for the Blue Crabs tonight, will come to the plate. He has moved to second once on a wild pitch. He's been caught stealing the other time. Collier, the former Phillies first-round pick, who was a barnstormer for half a season 6 years ago. What a magnificent second half that was. That remains the best half of baseball the Barnstormers have ever played, was the second half in 2015. And I think a lot of people, if I asked you that trivia question and you didn't know, you didn't hear me talk about it, would say, well, it had to have been 2006 or 14 or 2012. That's true over the course of an entire season. But the second half in 2015, actually the Barnstormers' best half of baseball in the 15 previous years of the franchise. Ball to Collier. Collier was part of that outfield. Brian Cavazos Galvez, that team had Lance Zawadski. But it was the bullpen that made it. Here's the delivery. Inside. Luke Hughes was with that club as the third baseman. Juan Apodaca doing the catching. 3-0 now on Collier. Kaji was still around. Shinsuke Watanabe was still around. There's a strike, and it is 3-1 now. 2 outs, nobody on. With play in the bottom of the sixth inning, the Barnstormers have one last chance. Mercedes, the pitcher's spot, and Alemond will be scheduled. 3-1. Collier knocks this out to right field, easily playable for Gindel. He coasts to his left to make the catch. And a pretty good outing for Yoel Espinal for a couple of innings here tonight. He sets down the side in order in the bottom half of the sixth inning, but the Barnstormers have their work cut out for them. We will go to the top of the seventh. Again, Mercedes, the pitcher spot, and Alemond are scheduled. It is Southern Maryland 3 and the Barnstormers nothing.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game, and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gockenauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gockenauers.com.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Three outs left of the Barnstormers. We go to the top of the seventh inning. It'll be Mercedes leading off against Mike Devine. He stays in the game. The action behind him in the bullpen is just in case the right-handed starter runs into any difficulty. He's allowed 2 singles, both again. He's walked 2 and struck out 9. To Mercedes, the first pitch is a strike. It is 0-1. Melvin has grounded out twice. His 18 inning streak is on the line, as is his 13-game on-base streak. No balls, 1 strike to him. The kick Devine to the plate. It is taken down low for a 1-1 count. See if we can see who's on deck. It is Nick Schumpert with a bat in hand, the newcomer. He inherited John DeZamba's role and his jersey, number 12. Ball is outside to Mercedes. Melvin with the edge in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Devine ready to go into the motion and the pitch. He gets it there for a called second strike. It is 2-2. Gindel a base hit in the first and again in the 6th inning. And that's been it for the Barnstormers. Here's a 2-2. Mercedes swings and misses. Devine is fan 10. He has shredded the league's number 2 offense. Lancaster can get nowhere, and now we'll see Schumpert for the first time. Schumpert has been around, most recently playing for Fargo Moorhead in the American Association. The Barnstormers made a deal for him. Here's the pitch, and his first swing in the Atlantic League rips a liner foul down into the Southern Maryland bullpen. Right near the mound is where it descended. Schumpert batting at no balls and 1 strike. Quite an effort for Mike Devine here in Game 1. And the Barnstormers are 2 outs away from absorbing their 4th consecutive loss, but in an entirely different manner than the other 3 back at home. Arm slot drops down, and Devine misses up to Schumpert. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Blake Alamond waits on deck. Alamond drew a walk in the 2nd inning. That's one of just 4 base runners against Devine in the contest. The next delivery pulled on the ground, slowly hit. It'll get through to the shortstop. With it is Blackstone, and he can't get him. The throw, in fact, was wild. We were a ruling on that. Blackstone had McAdams cut in front of him, and that forced him to double clutch, and then the throw got away from the first baseman, Pisano, but I have to think that by that time, Schumpert was going to beat it out. 1 man reaches, and here comes Stan Clyburn. That will be it for Devine. It has been a spectacular performance for the right-handed starting pitcher. We'll get you a ruling on that last play, and the Barnstormers will be facing the bullpen in a moment right after this.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gockenauer Appliances in East Petersburg. and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4th-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gockenauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gockenauers.com. Thanks for your support.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings, a delicious sub made the way you love, fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Matt Latos has taken over for Southern Maryland as the Barnstormers get Nick Shumpert on the infield single here in the 7th inning. And I thought that was the ruling that should have been made on that play. It was a tricky one, slow roller on the left side. McAdams couldn't get there, and he cut in front of Blackstone, inhibiting Blackstone's throw. And he had to double clutch. By that time, he lost the opportunity to get Shumpert, who got down the line in a hurry. So Latos it is. He's only been in 2 games so far this year. He has allowed 1 base hit in 2 innings. He has struck out 2. He has 1 save, and he is shooting for his 2nd here. He'll be facing Alimond and then De La Rosa. Devine goes 6 1/3 innings. He gives up 3 hits, all singles, walks 2, and strikes out 10. And the final pitch count tonight for the starter, Mike Devine, is 98, 65 of which were strikes. And the way things are going in the Atlantic League, you throw around 33 or so percent strikes, you have done a magnificent job. I mean, 33% balls, 67% strikes. You have done a magnificent job. So here is Alamond, who has walked and he has struck out. So far tonight, he is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Shumpert, the runner at first base, with 1 out. Lancaster needs to have great success against longtime big leaguer Matt Latos. And the first pitch swung on and missed by Alimon, and he brings it a lot harder than Devine did. A tremendous contrast in pitching styles, but Devine struck out 10 in his 6 1/3 innings. Infield set, double play depth. Alimon batting 0-1. Shumpert takes the lead from first. Here's the set and the offering. Blake hits a shallow fly ball out to left. Loose tracking it in. He'll make the catch. And Anderson De La Rosa is the final hope for the Barnstormers here in Game 1. A span of 3 batters, the difference in the ball game here in Game 1. Just 3 batters, but they all produced base hits. The third was a home run, and unless the Barnstormers pull off some serious last-minute heroics, that will be the undoing tonight of this ball club and starter Tommy Shirley. A 2-out double by Baca that looked harmless, just dropped in down the right field line, then a single by Pizarro and a home run. Shumpert takes off, the pitch is inside, and called a strike, and they'll give Shumpert second base on defensive indifference. Anderson De La Rosa trailing by a strike. It is 0-1. Clea Luis Rondon waits on deck, and the Barnstormers are down to just 1 precious out here. The pitch to De La Rosa fouled straight back toward me. 0-2 on the Lancaster catcher, and now just 1 strike remaining to this Barnstormers team, which is on the verge of falling to 6-8 here in the first half. The pitching needs to be rebuilt, but tonight the pitching has been fine for the most part, except for that 3-batter stretch. Here's the pitch. De La Rosa takes it in the dirt. It's knocked down by DeLuca. Ball 1, 2 strikes on the Lancaster catcher. But tonight, the offense disappears on manager Ross Peoples. After having produced nearly 7 runs a game, only 6, though, the last 2 games total. but still a lot of base hits, just not getting the runs home. 1 ball, 2 strikes to De La Rosa. Schumpert leads from second. Here is the set and the pitch. Ball 2 is outside, and again, DeLuca pounces on it. The more important thing is that it's 2-2 on Anderson De La Rosa. Latos hasn't been able to finish him off. Rondon waits on deck. Coming into this one, Devine had been 0-2 with an earned run average of 8.76. But tonight, he was good as gold. The Barnstormers unable to reach him at all. Tommy Shirley had been 2-0 with a 2.51 ERA coming in. And again, Shirley just had that one short rough patch. Other than that, he was stellar. 2-2 to De La Rosa. Schumpert off second base. Latos ready to go, and that's smoked past third, foul. And arguably the hardest hit ball by a Barnstormer in the game, but a foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes, the continuing count on De La Rosa. Schumpert with the pinch hit single. Barnstormers have had some success from that pinch hitting role so far this year. Here's the motion, and a De La Rosa, a weaker ground ball pulled foul past Ross Peoples, but credit De La Rosa for hanging in there. And it's still 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a tough pitch from Latos to handle. Well, the good thing about this is maybe Latos can't come back in game 2 should we be in another tight contest. De La Rosa has worked the count to 2-2. Just trying to get on base here. Maybe break up the shutout. Latos is ready to go. Set pitch, ball 3. And again, DeLuca hops right on it. A ball getting away would ultimately mean nothing under the circumstances. Not the tying run. Doesn't really matter whether Schumpert's at second or third, but DeLuca has just shown a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of hustle going after those balls in the dirt. It's full now to De La Rosa. Latos to the set and the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Handled cleanly by Blackstone, and that will do it. The Barnstormers, for the first time all season, are shut out. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll be back with line totals on Game 1 of our doubleheader in just a moment. The final score is Southern Maryland 3 and Lancaster nothing.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Welcome back from Regency Furniture Stadium. The Barnstormers go down in game one of our doubleheader tonight. The final score 3-0. For Southern Maryland, 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 4 left. Lancaster, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 5 left. The win goes to Mike Devine. He is 1-2. He threw 6 1/3 shutout innings, striking out 10 on the evening. Tommy Shirley absorbs the loss. He falls to 2-1 on the season. The save to Matt Latos' second. And the big blow of game one of this doubleheader was the 2-run home run off the bat of Southern Maryland right fielder David Harris, his second home run of the season. The time of the first game of the doubleheader, an impressive 2 hours, 6 minutes. It was a quick one. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs outlast the Lancaster Barnstormers by the final score of 3-0. The Barnstormers used just one of the arms out of the bullpen. Yoel Espinal going 2 hitless innings to wrap things up behind Tommy Shirley in game one of the doubleheader. And again, the whole story of this game offensively was the 2-out spree by Southern Maryland in the bottom of the third inning. Michael Baca punches a double down the right field line, scores on a single through the hole on the left side by Dario Pisano, and then David Harris unloading a no doubt about it home run to left, his second of the season. It was very quick, 3 runs on the board. The Barnstormers had no answer. Lancaster does not get a base runner past second in game one of the doubleheader. Caleb Gindel with a pair of singles, one to center, one to right, and an infield base hit for Nick Schumpert as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning, the third and final Barnstormers base hit. Alejandro De Aza and Blake Alamond picked up bases on balls in the early stages of game one. Lancaster got off to a fantastic start. De Aza a walk, Gindel a single. Blake Galen went to 2 balls and no strikes, and Devine settled down. He was magnificent for the rest of the night. Well, that's the story on game one of our doubleheader. We'll take a quick peek at the rest of the Atlantic League scoreboard here in the early stages tonight. The Barnstormers in Southern Maryland, not the only scheduled doubleheader here this evening. They're in the top half of the 5th inning in game one of a doubleheader in Lexington. The Legends lead Gastonia by a score of 2-1. Long Island's up 1-0 over York in the bottom of the third. High Point and West Virginia scoreless in the bottom half of the first inning of a single game tonight in Charleston. So we're going to take a break and reset everything, and in 25 minutes we'll be coming back your way with game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. Stay tuned for that, and we'll be with you with more on a new stream here on Lancaster Barnstormers Baseball, brought to you by Gockenauer Appliances of East Petersburg.